How many times have you batted in extra innings in your career?
Never.
How many times have you pinch hit in your career?
I think at that point, never.
So what are you feeling stepping up to the plate?
It's just pure chaos is what it is. I mean, it's not a confident feeling.
Extra baseball tonight in Chicago, and a lot of it. Bottom 12, tied at 6. Jason Hayward facing Cody Martin, who's in his third inning of relief. Crazy night.
A lot of highs and lows in the game. Lows being the first 3-4 innings.
The Mariners have homered in each of the first 3 innings here tonight.
And the Cubs are down by half a dozen.
After that, coming back, I felt like we were always in it.
Payoff pitch. Zobrist lines one to right center field, base hit. A run scores, and now it's a 6-3 ball game.
But then you get down to the 9th, and you're kind of like, all right, well, 3 is kind of hard.
The 0-2. A wild pitch. Here comes Russell. Scored! The game is tied.
And then all of a sudden, we're right there and going to extras, and then anything can happen there. We obviously pulled our pitcher, I think, after 3. So when that happens, I feel like everybody's kind of on alert based on double switches, all that. I believe Travis Wood played left field at some point in that game.
Back toward the wall, and this ball is caught by Wood up against the fence. What a catch by Travis Wood.
I think Stropey came in, Woody played left, and then Woody came back in and pitched again. It's a lot of chaos for a few of us because, we were supposed to hit at some point in the 10th, at some point in the 11th, and then now we're in the 12th.
Bottom 12, tied at 6. Hayward, Contreras, and then Rondon scheduled, but you got to believe it's going to be Arrieta.
You get to the 12th, and we get to that spot, and Jake and I are kind of standing next to Joe like, lost puppy dogs. Like, okay, who are you going to pick?
Hayward drives one in the air, deep right center field.
I was kind of hoping, to be honest, that it was gone so I wouldn't have to go up there, but...
Back toward the wall! It's off the wall! He just missed a home run! It's a leadoff double.
So, Jay hits, and Joe literally says, hey, you're hitting.
So Wilson Contreras is coming up. Jon Lester is in the on-deck circle, not Jake Arrieta. What's going on?
To be honest with you, I don't know why he picked me because, Jake at the time was a really, really good hitter. Look at those numbers. Arrieta, Lackey, Hendricks, me. Arrieta was obviously the strongest of that with 14 RBIs and 183. I don't know how Lackey is hitting better than I am at this point. That kind of hurts a little bit. But the 051 it's not good. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why Willie was allowed to hit there from the other manager.
If I'm Seattle here, I'm walking Contreras.
But anyway, they let him swing away.
The pitch to Contreras. A swing and a fly ball to center. Tagging at second is Hayward. Here's the catch. Here's the throw. Hayward dives into third safely. Cubs have a man at third with only one away.
It's an incredible job from Willie to get that job done. And now the adrenaline and nervousness and all that stuff starts kicking in when you walk up.
And it's going to be Lester. I think Jon Lester came to the ballpark today saying, I wonder if I'll be called upon as a pinch hitter tonight.
I'm sure hitters are able to control their emotions a lot differently in that situation than say me. The game's on the line and trying to figure out a way to get the job done.
How about Jon Lester pinch hitting for the Cubs? The best bunter on the ball club is now at the plate.
You developed at bunting over time, but early in your career, how would you describe your approach?
Not die, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Look, that's not what you want to do at all.
Foul ball struck him out.
Coming to the National League, you don't understand how important that spot in the lineup is until you're actually in it. So I'm getting pulled in the 5th, 6th, 4th because I couldn't handle the bat. I couldn't get a bunt down. I said, well, this sucks, and literally spent as much time as I could in the cage learning how to get a bunt down with a machine that was throwing essentially 100. So you want to get squared around, you want to get the bat in front of you, you want to use your legs.
Lester is showing bunt. Bunts toward first. Baez trying to score. The throw will go to first base. The run is in. It's a good bunt by Lester.
Got to the point where I could at least get a solid bunt down and help the team.
This is textbook baseball right here.
So stepping up to the plate here, what's on your mind?
Not a lot of positive things. It's not something that we're prepared for.
Hayward a short lead. Lester at the plate. Fans are standing, unable to sit still. Here's the stretch by Martin, the pitch. Lester takes inside, almost a wild pitch.
In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, God, I wish he would have missed that and J.A. would have scored and I wouldn't have to have hit. Now we're 1-0 and be ready to go and be ready to do something.
And the pitch to Lester. He showed bunt and he took a strike.
And I took a ball right down the middle. To be honest, I don't know why I didn't bunt that. That's kind of weird. That ball's right down the middle. So now we're 1-1.
Pitch out.
So they pitch out thinking we have the squeeze on. The safety squeeze is very different than a suicide squeeze. So a suicide squeeze is almost like stealing home. So as soon as the pitcher lifts his leg, he's running, and I'm doing something to attempt at the ball to get it down. So they're predicting right here that we're suicide squeezing, but Joe likes to do the safety squeeze where the guy is kind of taking some hard shuffles, and as soon as they see the ball down, now he's coming home. It's a really good play, and Joe was the master of it.
If Lester does swing away, he's got 3 hits in 40 at-bats, but the outfield is very shallow. Obviously, the infield is in all the way around.
I always heard in the dugout when the infield played in, your average goes up 100 points, which I think in my instance goes from 051 to 151. But to be honest, I do remember being surprised that they let me swing.
Now it's 2-2, and that was a good swing.
Now you got 2 strikes. Bunting now is not something that's in the front of their minds, right? Like, I think that's what makes baseball special. It's just kind of this cat and mouse game.
Cubs 6, Seattle 6. Bottom of the 12th inning with 1 away and a runner at third.
A lot of times we would look in the dugout and Joe would give us a sign. So I've got what I've got to do. I've got to get a bunt down. Now he comes set. It's game on. Like, okay, we're going to battle. Like, it's compete time. I thought he would try to elevate a heater, get me to foul the ball off. Because if I foul this ball off, I'm out. And, he really kind of does me a service here by throwing me a curveball.
Here's the 2-2. Lester is going to bunt.
He gets the bunt down.
Then it becomes, whether or not J.A. scores. Because the last thing I want to do is be on first with 2 outs and have to run the bases.
It's out in front of the plate. Here comes Hayward. He scores. Cubs win. Cubs win.
With 2 strikes on him, Lester gets a bunt down to score the winning run here in the 12th.
I don't really know what to do because it's been, however long since I've hit a walk-off. So I round first, and I turn around and Rendon's coming at me. He's got these 2 cups, and I'm thinking it's water. And he throws baby powder all over me, and I had my mouth open. So this baby powder went all in my mouth. You got these grown men jumping on you and pulling your jersey, and, some guys, they like to punch you. There you go. There's water finally. Schwartz. You can count on Schwartz. Good night, fun night. It's kind of crazy how it all happened. I feel like everything kind of set up, perfectly for that situation, with the curveball and then J.A. running. Pitcher made a great play, making it close. But what a great slide. It's a beautiful play when it works. It just worked out. Made Joe look good for that night.